Are we live? Are we live? I'm a bit like frazzled today. Are we live? YouTube? We are live. Hi everybody. Good morning. Can you all hear me? Chat if you can hear me because I'm by myself again and Danny and HJ and everyone is busy. Can you all hear me? Chat if you are able to hear. Hi. Okay, good. You can hear? Good, great, awesome. So, good morning, everyone. My name is Anna. Welcome to Anna's Hot Picks. For those of you who are going to be watching this stream later on, just a reminder that to turn on the live chat function, which is like next to the download button on the YouTube thingy, so you can watch it back with the live chat, and it's more fun that way. So, good morning from Seoul, everyone. How are we all? Just like a 5-minute general chit chat before we get into like the news. There wasn't many stories this week, but obviously you guys can see the thumbnail. Wonyoung from IVE, she looks very skinny. There's all these other things, and like I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's like a YouTube channel that's called like Unnies Without Appetite. It's quite big on Korean YouTube. They get massive views, and it's kind of like the anti-mukbang craze. They encourage like eating small amounts, controlling your portions. So we're going to talk about that and some other news like Don Spike, he got caught for like meth possession. So all of that fun stuff we're going to be talking about today. But just general chit chat about what I've been up to. At the weekend, I went, me and Juan, she's the editor for DKDK TV. Me and Juan, we went to a festival on Sunday, and it started from like 1 p.m., but we were there from like 5 onwards, and we stayed there for like good 4 or 5 hours because we were there to see mainly J-Park. But it was Hyorin from Sister. Hyorin, Jessie, Queen. Jessie performed, and if you guys watch Street Woman Fighter, Holly Bang, they're a dance crew, and they always perform with J-Park and stuff. And there's another male dance crew called MVP. I didn't know of them before, but it was just freaking awesome, and obviously J-Park. And it was so much fun, you guys. Like, the thing is, it was held at like Seoul Olympic Park, not stadium. Yeah, Seoul Olympic Park, just like on the grass, but they made like a stage sections. And we got there from like 4:30 or something. And then for all the performances, they were expecting everyone to be seated on the grass. So we got there and everyone brought like little blankets and picnic things to like sit on the grass while the singers were performing. And I was like, is it going to be like this for the whole rest of the evening? Because how can you be like watching Jessie, not like being up and dancing? We were all like just sat there, like pure Hyorin, like up till her, everyone was just like watching, sitting down, just like eating. It was more like, if you imagine like an outdoor cinema type vibe. And like all the performers, they're like trying to give you all the energy, like all their best performances. I just felt so bad for Hyorin. And me and Juan were just like, why is nobody like getting up and dancing? And I asked like her organizer, I was like, can we get up later on? And she's like, oh yeah, we just have to see how the situation is. If everyone else is getting up, then I guess it's okay. And I was just like, it's a freaking music festival. Like why is everyone being so anal about this? And so, and then Hyorin performed, and then there's always like a 20-minute break after each act. And then Jessie came on and she was like, hello, she was like, can you all get up please? Like, what's going on? Like, I cannot just perform and you just like sitting there watching me. And me and Juan were just like, yeah, like, come on. We were like screaming and like clapping and cheering for her. She didn't have any of her dancers on. It was just her on the stage. So she she wants to feel the audience energy as well. And so we were screaming, but like all the rest of like the Korean people, they were just like, probably looking at us like, who are those weird girls? Attention seeking. But we're just like, oh, come on. Like she only has bops, right? She only has like really like upbeat songs. So we're like, we want to also support her and like give her our energies. In the end, like everyone eventually got up. She looked gorgeous, by the way. She is gorgeous in person. Very tan, like she's very slim. and she just seemed, she said she did say she was feeling very tired and stuff. She has like a tour, she's preparing for a tour. So all of that. And then after Jessie, it was Holly Bang and the other dance crew. They killed it. Oh my God. It's just like proper professional dancers. They just have like, I don't know how they move like that. Like they don't have any bones, and just, it was insane. They were so good. And the main, like the leader of Holly Bang, she's pregnant, and she was dancing like crazy, although she's pregnant. And I was just like, how is she doing that? And me and Juwon were like, we wish we could dance like that. And then it was J Park, and obviously I've seen him at my pool parties before. The vlog is on my channel, YouTube channel, and he came on wearing this like grandpa like sweatshirt. It's on my Instagram. Maybe I can show. Hold on. Naked. There you go. No. Naked. Okay. How can I move the screen? Oh, here we go. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, J-Park was awesome. He did take his top off for like Momme. Oh no, I can't be bothered to log in. Okay, you're just gonna have to go on my Instagram, you guys. Okay. Okay. So before this chit chat gets too long, let's get into the first story. Hello, I just started watching. What are you talking about, Anna? Basically, I went to a music festival in Seoul over the weekend, and I was watching Hyodin, J Park, Jessie, and I was like, I wish I could like go up to them and recruit them for ramen and chill, because those were the originally like the highest like our first picks would be like Jessie, J Park, but obviously they're way too busy, and like we can't afford them. They're way too expensive to try and come on as like guest panel. So unfortunately we can't. But I think David said we might be deciding on which kind of YouTubers, big K-pop YouTubers that we're going to have for Ramen and Chill. So, okay, anyway, first story, let's get on to this. Wonyoung from IVE. Where's the other one? Let me just find the other screen. Yeah, here we go. Let me do this. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so as you guys can see in the thumbnail, Wonyoung, she's lost weight steadily over the years, right? She debuted with IVE, and I wrote down her stats. Hold on. She is very tall girl. She's way taller than me. She is, I wrote it down. She is 173 centimeters, which is about 5'7", and we don't know how much she weighs, but like, look at this, guys. The thumbnail is from this video. This is a fan cam. Should I make it full screen? Or is that okay? Like, the rest of the members are also really slim, but she's like, her arms are like about to disappear. No? Her waist and her arms, they just look very frail. And like, I don't want to be like, body shaming or whatever, but like, as a person that like, I'm into fitness, and like, I've had to cut down to like lose body fat for photo shoots and events sometimes. But to look at that level of like that kind of body fat, you have to be restricting, like severely. And I also have different tabs on the screen where, this was her before, like back in 2019. This was when she was younger, obviously. And obviously she's still slim here. She's still very slim, but she doesn't look like, she's about to like break. Yeah, she just looks like very slim, healthy here. I mean, she was always like, she has a slim build to begin with. She has like a very long arms, long legs, this kind of body. Like, she looks healthy here, like absolutely. But okay, and then this is her recent. She's lost a lot of weight. Like, her bones on her shoulders are sticking out, her ribs. Like, she makes the rest of the group look like big, although they're tiny too. But because she is so like outrageously tiny, she makes the rest of the girls look like, yeah, poor girl. Like, I wonder if at that point, I wonder if like it's not probably not even the company. It's just like obviously people with like eating disorders. You just restrict yourself because you just can't stand the thought of like gaining weight. Oh, here we go. That's her there, and these are the rest of her members, and they're thin too. It's just she's just like whoa, like shockingly thin. Um, the company should intervene. She looks so fragile. I'm worried about her mental health, to be honest. I mean, yeah, her mental health, like she gets attacked for everything. There was that other story where it was like, when they did the V Live and then people were giving her like crap about like, saying to one of her other members, like, is that my top? Are you wearing my sweater? This kind of thing. And like, yeah, because she's the most popular member, right? In her group. She gets the most hate. So yeah, I would love to see, personally, this is my preference, just her looking a little bit slightly more healthier, put on a bit of like more fat, more muscle, and just, yeah. I wonder how she has the energy to like work, do her schedules, her dancing. Yeah, and because she's a tall girl, like for me, I'm very short, like compared to her, I'm 5'4", 162. And so for me, if I like gain like 1 or 2 kilograms, it shows on my frame much easier than it will show on her frame. She can afford to like gain like probably even like 10 kilos and she'll look much more like healthier. Yeah, I pray she is healthy or get the help she needs. Like that, yeah. Like that's another member. She looks extremely like healthy, slim. That's like ideally like, But Wonyoung, she really like look at that. I don't know. I don't want to be like talking about someone else's body too much, but just this is how K-pop is, But I mean, I think the fact that she's especially skinny compared to the other members, probably it's not the company telling her you have to be that skinny. I think it's probably her own control thing, because to be honest, like this level of thinness probably doesn't look attractive to most people, right? Like I would say she looks skinnier than like Girls' Generation Yuna looked at her skinniest when she was active. Like this is really like concerning, but she's very young. Like how old is she? Does anyone know? I don't know her birth year, but she's still such a young girl. And hopefully her mental health is okay, and whatever she's going through, hope that she can, go through it. I read that she, in terms of exercise, she does a lot of like Pilates and like flying yoga, and that kind of thing. But like, yeah, slightly more filled out. She can definitely, at her frame, at her height, she can definitely afford to grow into her body. So yeah, and then the other story that's kind of related to this, so it's like the rise of the anti-mukbang. So you guys know Sandara Park from 2NE1. So this is like a trend going around in Korean YouTubes, like I said before. Instead, because you know what you guys mukbangs usually, it's like, you can imagine nikocado, avocado, people with like mountains of food stacked, and then they stream like and they show eating like all of it or like most of it. And it's just like, I don't think that is a good trend either. I never understood, like, I really don't think that's a good influence, especially on like young kids, to be showing like you eating like a combination of different foods, like all stacked to the nines. And what does that, like, they really must not have like a good influence on young kids who are like very impressionable. They're like, oh, I can go and do that too. That looks like fun. Like, let me see if I can like try all these different combinations of foods too. And I don't think the mukbang trend is good personally. So in Korea, the Unnies Without Appetite YouTube channel, this is it. This is basically, it's called 소식자, and they're basically saying you eat small amounts of food. So it's like the anti-mukbang. And then Sandara, she's like, she's very skinny. She's known for eating like a very small amount. She has very small portions. She gets full extremely easily. She says she only goes full after eating 2 bites of 짜파게티, which is like an instant noodle. She posted on her Instagram saying, it was so delicious and I ate it to the full. And then her friend, this is her friend in the caption saying, this is my friend, she really has like a small appetite, she had 2 bites of this and she says she's full. And I've met people like this too. I've had like really skinny friends, and they would eat like four pieces of sushi and they'd be like, I'm done. I was like, I can't relate. I cannot relate. Yeah, that's her on her stomach saying she is full. She says she's not even 160 centimeters, so she's not even 5'2". She's smaller than that, so she's very small. Okay, she's less than 160 centimeters. Her weight is 40 kilos, which is, let me translate that for you into not miracle system. What is it? She's 88 pounds. Her weight is 40 kilos. That's 88 pounds. She is tiny. She is tiny. Yeah, she has a small stomach. People who are, I actually made a video about this on my YouTube channel, Anna Lee. But I studying the habits of like naturally skinny people. First of all, they're like a lot of the time they're just not generally interested in food. Actually, you know Danny, Danny Kim, he's not very interested in food, which is why he's skinny. He just like, he will never be like queue for food. He doesn't find food interesting. He just kind of eats to like survive, to get rid of his hunger. But whereas like me and David were like very foodie type people. And other skinny people, that the things that they do, they're just like, they will never like eat to the point where they feel like the fullness. They'll just like eat to get rid of the hunger, and then once that's satisfied, they'll stop. Yeah, they're not very greed. They don't have much greed with food, and like skinny people are like this. That's why they just don't really gain weight. Yeah, she's 88 pounds, tiny. She ate half, looked like more than 2 bites. Okay, well, I'm about to show you a YouTube video that shows like this lady, her name is Park So-yeon. She used to be a ballet dancer, but now she's like a Korean, like she's on Korean media, she's an entertainer, this kind of thing. And so, you know, ballet dancers, they're used to eating very small amounts. I'm gonna show you, like, this lady is actually even worse than her. She's like, I think 40, in her 40s. And like, she was like, I just don't have the urge to eat food. She starts off her morning with like a iced vanilla latte, right? And she says that will last her till like basically evening time, literally. And then she will have like a hot vanilla iced latte in the evening. And then maybe she'll have some snacks and some like bites of food during the day. But like, she was like, I basically live off vanilla lattes. And I was just like, first of all, that is just really not healthy. Like, where are you getting your nutrients, your protein? But I don't know if that's like, she genuinely just doesn't like eating, or like it's just like her years of like her controlling herself that's like led to that point. But anyway, this is another thing. She came on Radio Star, Dara. She eats 1 banana per day, okay? The former 21 member recently revealed on Onnies Without Appetite, this is the name of the show, on YouTube, just how much of a small eater she is. She stated, I am the biggest eater among the small eaters. I often order a lot of food and have a huge passion for food. So actually, yeah, like if you eat with skinny people, they might like, and you might order a lot of dishes. They will like try a bits of everything, but they won't actually eat a lot. That's the key thing. They actually don't eat too much. She said, I do not eat when I am alone at home. I divide 1 banana into small pieces and eat some pieces in every meal. Okay. She was asked if she was always a small eater or if she became one after being an idol. She revealed that everyone in her family are small eaters. When my mom asked, do you want to eat dinner? I answered no. I already ate lunch, so I won't eat anymore. When her brother texts our family group chat asking who wants to eat chicken, we only order when all 4 family members agree. I cannot eat much when I am alone. This, I can really, like, I've heard, like, my other skinny friends saying the same thing. Like, when I'm out and about, they say, like, when I'm out, like, because I'm, like, seeing people and socializing, and, like, I end up, like, eating with them. But if I'm just at home, like, I'm just, like, laying in bed. I have, like, no urge or no desire to eat. So when I'm, alone at home, I just, like, lay in bed, don't do anything, don't eat. But if I go out, then I'm seeing people, then I eat. I was just like, cannot relate. Yeah, I mean, it'll be so much easier, right, if you just had, like, no passion for food. You would save so much money, to be honest. So much money. Yeah, but like what? Seriously, without the joy of food, what else do you live for? Like drinking, I'm not particularly, no, that doesn't bring me joy. What else? Like obviously, like you have relationships bring you joy, but like food is a massive, massive part of life, no? And like yeah, socializing is food is a huge, huge aspect. So she reveals her biggest binge in her life. I ate a whole bowl of ramen since I was so happy to be independent. One whole bowl. Wow. um, She revealed that when she was in elementary school, she would cook small portions of one instant ramen bag, little by little, for a week. I mean, to be honest, I think there is some good thing about like being able to like portion control, because most people are overeating on a daily basis. It's the fact. It's the truth. Even like me, when I'm cutting, getting leaner, I realize how like on a normal everyday basis you are overeating your calories without really thinking about it. Like how with Wonyoung, for example, like nobody gets to her size without restricting, without undereating, right? And like you cannot see any overweight person. They do not get to their size by eating a normal amount of calories every day. Like your body is so honest. It's like just physics. If you're undereating, you will get skinnier. If you're overeating, you get bigger. It's literally like you cannot deny the law of physics. So as soon as let me just show you as an example how little they eat, right? So this is their show that they were on. There you go. So they ordered some food. It looks really good. I don't know what it is. It's like noodles and like salad-y type things. There we go. They're eating. And then halfway through, afterwards, let's see. Okay, they're done with the meal. Now this is them done. They didn't, most of them didn't finish, okay? Whereas that's Park Sohyun's bowl. That's her done with her food. Like, what's changed? What did she eat? Spot the difference. She said she ate one piece of meat. Dara ate more than that. It looks like they didn't start the meal, right? Whereas the other woman, she ate just all of the meat. She left all the vegetables. Okay, and then okay, this is them cooking like what do you call it? Like street food. Okay. Oh, hold on. So what's the difference? Oh, she's saying she's full. That's her being done with her food. Okay, and then this is her eating a donut. She said, "I'm done with the donut." Look at that. Who of you guys have self-control to leave a donut like that? That is freaking like mind-blowing to me. Who can't finish one whole donut? I seriously cannot relate because I am donut queen, you guys, right? I am donut queen. Wow, she literally had like 2 like little tiny scrapes of the donut. Sandra is saying she's full. Okay, that's how much she ate. That much. Probably a little bit of tteokbokki, and she's saying she's done with eating. And then she says, "Did you finish with your snack?" And she says, "Yes." Look at that. She had that little tiny corner of the snack. She just even got to like the cream chocolate part. I cannot relate to this at all. People are asking, why is this even a show? It's a show, well, it gets actually loads of views on Korean YouTube. Yeah, Onnies Without Appetite. Because I guess it's to counteract the other crazy mukbang shows with the excessive amounts of food. Whereas but they're like, I think the point is they're naturally like this. Oh, and she does other things. The other lady, she puts a piece of food in her mouth and then she chews on it for like the longest time, like outrageously long, like longer than most people. Like she would chew on like a piece of meat for like 5 minutes before swallowing. And that is also, that's like a diet tactic as well. That's meant to like help you like feel and taste the food before you swallow, and that forces you to like eat slower, obviously. maybe it's an ED, but she's genuinely, like, it's just fascinating to see, like, other people's eating habits, right? So yeah, that's this kind of content, but that's what I wanted to talk about. How are we doing for time? Okay, so go and watch it on YouTube if you guys want to. So before we move on to this story, I have to do a plug. And so you guys, it's very on the way here. It's like I can feel the weather changing. It's like going fully into autumn, or like fall, as you Americans say, fall, autumn. And so it's very like the weather is changing, the wind is definitely changing. And so my skin always, and with the change of season, it always kind of like does a thing. Like I'm breaking out, like you can't really see because I have makeup on, but I was breaking out like around my neck here and like other places. So I really need to make sure, like skincare wise, I'm like on top of what I'm doing. And basically, let me get the other tab. We talked about this on the Naked Inside last week. Let me minimize the page. We talked about this on Naked Inside, and for if you want tight, lovely, smooth, moisturized skin, then try this Frebbits, what is it? Sera Capsule Calming Serum. And my favorite thing about this is that it's a serum, but you don't have to apply with your hands because it's in a mist form. So first of all, make sure you have to open the lid to make the hole is sure. If you don't see the hole, it's not gonna work. So there you go, now the hole is there. And then you can just spray it. Refreshing. And this is it's full of ceramide, and this is like a natural fatty acid that's produced by your body. And when I first tried this out, I was really, because I always have really dry skin around my nose area, really, especially around my nose. And if before I put on my skin makeup, if I have really dry, flaky skin, then like it doesn't go on. All girls can relate to this, right? It just does not go on. So making sure your skin is already prepped from the beginning before you put on your foundation, concealer, whatever, is essential. And so this is really super moisturizing, and it has like a smooth, like nourishing finish on the skin. And even if you're out and about, and you can put this on top of makeup too, actually. So if you're out and about, you don't have to like worry. You just spray, and it's hygienic because you don't have to touch it with your hands. You can use this like on the flights, really, where your skin gets really dry. I really, really like this, and it only has natural fragrances like rosemary and other good stuff. And I have really, really sensitive skin that gets red and rashy really easily, and this does not irritate me at all. And this was actually 99.4% voted as like the top serum by Allure reviewers. So it's like good product. It's like, you know that this is a good product. It keeps my skin moisturized for a long time. And yeah, all these like little small capsules, it like burst, they explode on your skin and provide that moisture. So yeah, skin soothing, and like, yeah, it's really not irritating at all. And it's hypoallergenic, and it's vegan. So love this. I'm gonna be spraying it all the time. Actually, you guys, my tattoo update. My finger tattoo, it has a little constellation. I'm not giving you the finger, sorry. But it's been feeling so dry and itchy. Like, it started peeling. I got it about like 8 days ago now. And for the first 3 days, it was okay. And then for the past 2 days, it started peeling, like all tattoos do. Like, the skin starts peeling. And it was so itchy. And like it took everything in me not to like pick at it and like try to take off like the flaking skin. So I'm gonna put it on now. This tattoo is doing well. There you go. But I'm gonna moisturize it here. But it's basically all healed. So yeah, so go and check it out on our website, or I need to put links. Hold on. Links. I'm alone today because HJ and Daniel have like some meeting. They're busy, so oops. There we go. So go check it out. And also there's a coupon code. Anna Lee. I had no original thought for the coupon. So Anna Lee, for the first 5 people, you can get 10% off everything and off our website. So go check it out. And yeah, and next story. Let's get back to that story. Mouse, come on. Okay. Okay, so this has been in the news. Let me just get rid of this naked soul. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, producer Don Spike. If you guys don't know who he is, I think in the 90s he used to be in like a K-pop band. He's also a producer. There's his profile here. He's a South Korean entertainer, composer, singer, and entrepreneur who made his debut as a keyboard player under a group called Position in 1996. He is famous for producing boy band EXO's Miracle in December, released in 2013. He's also like a big foodie person. He had his own YouTube channel, Kogiri, which had around that many subscribers, and he operates a barbecue restaurant in Itaewon, and I've actually walked past that place, and it was usually very busy. So he likes eat. He comes on a lot of like programs, Korean programs, like talking about eating and like his love for food and this kind of thing. So yeah, so since yesterday this was in the news. He was arrested on Monday for illegal drug use and is currently under investigation on charges of violating the Control Act. He was arrested at a hotel in Gangnam around 8 p.m. on Monday, where police seized 30 grams of methamphetamine. This is equivalent to approximately 1,000 doses. Holy crap. Considering the average dose is considered around 0.03 grams per dose. He tested also positive for the drug. The police also linked him, Don Spike, to a separate drug case and said they were thoroughly looking into the case and later decide whether they would issue an arrest warrant. Well, this morning on the way here, I think they have released an arrest warrant for him. And I read on the news that he's also got married, like very recently. Yeah, in June he tied the knot with his non-celebrity girlfriend, and I read a report this morning saying that he's been having these like kind of drug-fueled parties, meth-fueled parties in like various hotel rooms. He would switch up the hotels around Gangnam just so he wouldn't get caught, and he would have parties, and he would like have like other guys, other women come and join him in these hotels and like have like meth-fueled parties. And the fact that he had 30 grams, that's a lot. Yeah, that's a lot. And probably this started before his marriage and he's continuing after his marriage. I wonder if his wife knew about it. For those of you who don't know, Korea, well, in Asia in general, Korea has very, very strict drug laws. Weed is definitely not legal here. People are not educated about like different types of drugs. They just think like all types of recreational drugs, terrible. And basically, this is methamphetamine. Short-term effects of meth is increased attention and decreased fatigue, increased activity and wakefulness. So it's basically the equivalent of like drinking like 10 or 15 coffees, basically. You know, when you drink coffee, you get a buzz. These kind of drugs are like that times like 1,000. You also get decreased appetite. You get a euphoria. You get rush. You get sweatier. Your heartbeat goes up. This kind of thing. So. Yeah, meth is considered like a party drug, I guess. Like, it's crazy to me that, like, you know, in Korea, like, you know, drugs are not tolerated at all. But, like, weed is also, like, viewed as, like, the same level as, like, hard drugs like meth. It's insane to me because you don't ever hear stories of, like, people, like, who smoke weed, like, going up being violent or, like, attacking people. Like, weed chills you out, whereas stuff like this, it makes you the opposite. It makes you violent. It makes you angrier. It makes you more, like, reactionary to stuff. And it's just like, I don't know how like Koreans like at least if you're gonna do something, like at least like do like a more natural kind of like a drug that's actually like okay, rather than like this hard stuff that you're gonna inject shit into your veins. Like I don't know how, like it goes from like 0 to 1,000. Anna, is weed and meth considered the same level of offense? Like Koreans view it as like the same thing, literally, because people just are brainwashed into thinking like all drugs, all level, all the same. It's a hard drug in America too. Yeah, exactly. Like that is like, meth is like the kind of drug you do when you're like your lowest, like you know you're in a bad place. Really, really. I know people that use cocaine but will not touch meth. Well, cocaine is like considered like a high class, expensive drug, I think. Whereas meth is like really like, you do it like if you're like really like low life people. So yeah, don't do that. And apparently this guy's career it's done. Apparently his restaurant was doing so well. He was planning on opening a second branch in like Lotte Tower, but obviously that's not gonna happen. In Korea, if you get this kind of drug charge, your career is effectively over. He will either have to like move to a different country or like, yeah, I don't know what he's gonna do. So don't do drugs, kids, basically. Okay, some other stories, and this is actually really important. And like I was sending Danny and David this story, but I don't know if they actually care all that much. But this actually affects everyone. Actually, this affects any K-pop group too, because let me explain. Because the Korean law is just, Korean government officials are just annoying. So a new law could shut down YouTube, Netflix, and other content platforms in South Korea, and this will affect any of the entertainment companies too. HYBE, YG, anyone that's living in Korea, making content from Korea, and using these platforms is affected by this. So South Korean government is trying to pass a bill that will change how content is consumed within the country forever. The bill aims to make internet service providers, as ISPs, legally bound to charge a delivery fee every time their consumers access any content. So for example, you know when Netflix and Squid Game, that was massive, absolutely massive. And so the South Korean internet providers, like for example, in America, you have like T-Mobile and other service providers. They have to provide people with internet, right? And obviously, when everyone is using the internet to access Netflix, to watch Squid Game, the amount of like, the servers like become overloaded, right? And they're saying now they want to try and make those platforms pay in order for them to use the internet. So basically, it's like T-Mobile saying to Netflix, you have to pay us a fee for us to deliver your content to all of our customers. But nowhere else in the world does this right now. But the thing is, everyone was watching how South Korea deals with this, because I think Europe, they also want to see how this plays out, and they want to try to implement the same things. This will not only make the internet in South Korea way more expensive than it already is, but it could also trigger the death of net neutrality globally. So actually, this will affect everyone if this bill passes, and there's a very high chance that this will pass. So what is net neutrality? It's basically you have to get familiar with two terms: internet access fee and network usage fee. When you subscribe to a ISP, you pay them the internet access fee, which is the fee for you to stay connected to the internet. And this money covers the physical cost of the infrastructure that keeps you connected. It's basically like, he was explaining in the video, it's basically like you have to think of like tubes. You're paying for the tubage that lets you be connected to the internet. A network usage fee is different. It's the money that content creators are supposed to pay to the ISPs whenever their users watch their content. This term was coined by South Korean ISPs in 2011 when they wanted to charge large platforms like Naver and Down, which is now Kakao, additionally on top of the internet access fees. So everyone in the world, if you have access to internet, you're paying for the, what do you call it? You're paying for the internet access fee, because obviously you're paying for that kind of service. But now networks are saying for content creators as well, especially, you want to pay like a network usage fee for you to use our platform to make content, share content. I don't know if I'm explaining this correctly, but like the Asian Boss video, they have like an in-depth conversation about this. Yeah, if you think of the internet as water, then the money you are paying to the ISPs for the pipeline, the pipeline tubing, they're supposed to charge you according to the pipe's capacity and maintenance cost. But network usage fee is when the service provider asks you to pay for how much water you are consuming. So for example, you guys, if you have TV, if you have cable, you only pay for the thing that you, like monthly, right, you pay. You only pay for that service. You don't pay depending on how much TV you are watching, right? No matter how much TV you're watching, you're paying the same monthly fee. You're paying for the service. Do you understand what I'm saying? Let me see. Now imagine if each ISP is a house and several houses make up a village. The said village has no roads, so each house decides to build a small road up to the neighboring house. This way, when all the houses end up building a short road to the next house, the village gets a well-connected road system that everyone can use to go everywhere. This is the basis of net neutrality, which says internet service providers should enable access to all content and applications regardless of the source and without favoring or blocking particular products or websites. So basically, when this bill passes in Korea, stuff that gets lots of views. For example, if a new Blackpink video drops, BTS, or if a new season of Squid Game drops, this kind of thing, because it gets massive traffic, right? Loads of views. It's actually, then the people that will have to pay for it will be actually Netflix and YouTube. And therefore, when this bill passes in Korea, YouTube and Netflix are not going to want actually content that makes them pay a lot more. So this is actually terrible for content creators. Do you understand where this is going? Netflix actually tried to sue. There was a case they tried to ask SKT, which is like a mobile internet provider in Korea, for them to not pay this fee. And it actually turned out like they actually said to Netflix, the Korean court said to Netflix, you have to pay this. So the government is masking the motive behind this bill under the garb of nationalism. The justification is that big platforms like Netflix, TikTok, and YouTube, which are obviously like American, TikTok is Chinese, but other global companies are making large amounts of money from the Korean market, but Korean telcos, the providers, are providing the necessary internet access for these platforms to conduct business, are not getting paid as much. There's also a cultural mindset. Park says Koreans are diligent by nature and believe nothing in life comes for free. We have lived under this work ethic that you have to pay for everything. You need to work hard for everything. It's really in our mindset that you have to For internet, you also have to pay for what you use. So if you are pushing more data onto the net, you have to pay for it proportionally. And this slogan is really basically brainwashing a lot of the Korean people. And they're saying, oh yeah, that sounds logical, that sounds correct. They cannot grasp the gravity of the situation, thanks to how they're marketing this bill, this legislation, and how the local media, Korean media, is reporting it. They're saying, oh yeah, like YouTube and Netflix, they make so much money off the Korean internet providers, and like we're not getting paid. That's how they're pushing this thing. Basically, the consequences can be net neutrality in South Korea. They're basically, this guy and like OpenNet, they're trying to push for not to be net neutrality not be killed for corporate profit because of fateful ramifications. The only people that will benefit are the internet providers, KT, SK, and LG. And popular media or killer content will be the first to take the blow if this bill is passed. So there will be no more viral BTS videos or Baby Shark. And South Korea might set a dangerous precedent that completely will distort the internet ecosystem as more and more countries will follow suit. It will take away the democratic power of the medium and put it at the mercy of corporations and politicians. Everything is basically capitalism. This affects YouTubers, me, Danny David, everyone, and any K-pop group. If the platform has to pay to be able to release content from Korea, who's going to want that? Who's going to want loads of views and have to pay really expensive fees? This could mean like Netflix pulling out of Korea altogether, eventually down the line, and YouTube, they will either start charging huge prices for content creators to actually be on the platform itself, then we'll all try to migrate to somewhere else. Literally, there's a huge consequences of this, and there's a high chance this bill will get passed. So actually, there's a link there's an open petition going on. I signed it. Hold on. Where is it? If you go onto Asian Boss's net neutrality video, there's like a link. I can't find it right now. There's a link under that video where you can go sign a petition saying, don't pass this bill. So if you guys can go do that, that'll be really helpful. Let me read some comments. Private investors, change your VPN access to a different country. That's only like it's just like most people in Korea don't know how to access the VPN, like not most people, but like many people. It's just like have access to free, like internet, we're paying for all the tubing, like I said. But for the content, you have to pay for special content, that will also change the type of content that's being made as well. This has huge consequences. Release Run and Chill before this happens. Yeah, for real. For real. I don't know if Danny and David understand exactly how like grave this is. I sent it to our group chat yesterday and like none of them responded. But maybe I'm gonna make a video about this too because I think it is really important. So hopefully like all of you guys who are fans of K-pop, that could also change once this bill passes. I don't know what's gonna happen. YouTube and Netflix are not going to be happy. And also if this bill passes, the thing is every other country will also try and start to follow suit. So this actually is like a global thing. So yeah, that sucks. How are we doing for time? Okay, only 10 more minutes left. So before, actually I have this funny thing at the end before we finish. Like that shows like how like strict Asian Korean moms are. But before we do that, let me quickly just talk about the cream too. So the Frebbits cream. Get my Naked Soul thingy back up. Oopsie. So that was the calming serum. This is the Ultra Shield Barrier Cream. And this comes as a set. So if you really, the serum that locks in your moisture on your skin, that provides the moisture on your skin. And then you have to finish off skincare with a thicker cream type. So with my skincare, I always cleanse, I usually double cleanse, and then I turn, and then I moisturize. And what I really like about this is you push, I don't know if you can see, it's so bright. Basically, you push on this thing, and the cream comes out on top. Woo! There. Cream comes out on top. I'm going to put this again on my tattoos. And obviously, this really locks in all the moisture on your skin so it doesn't go anywhere. And then you have soft, baby, bottom smooth skin. Where's my tattoo? This is all certified really vegan, no animal testing, no animal ingredients, and it smells like really mild, like soap or like cotton, like laundry type, I would say. And the thing that's neat about the packaging is that you don't actually get, the cream doesn't get corrupted by oil, not oil, air or dust. So it keeps it really hygienic and fresh. And it also you can control how much you push out. ASMR again. Like you guys, honestly, my skin during autumn season, it gets freaking dry. Yeah, skin soothing effect, can be seen in soothing the skin within just 1 hour of application. And so if you use this as a set with the serum, I think it's really, this is like proven to be hypoallergenic tested, and this is proven to be a good product. This will lock in the moisture from the serum. So try it on, if you need new skincare for this new autumn winter season, try it out on our website. This is $35. I really like it. And like the packaging reminds me of like Tiffany, as in like the jewelry, like this kind of really pretty thing. There's also a coupon code called Anna Lee. Yeah, just Anna Lee, no spaces. Let me link this. Anna Lee, no spaces for the first 5 people, 10% off our website. So go check that out. And finally, last bit. This is not news, but this is something I just found really funny. Where's the other one? Where's the other thingy? There we go. Huh? Where are all my other tabs? Where did it go? I am so confused. What? Did I get rid of it? Okay, I don't understand what's happening. I had like those bunch of tabs open. Where did it go? Okay, basically, anyway, it was I could tell you about it instead. It was a Kakao chat from a high school student, Korean high school student. He like sent his mom his recent grades that he got at school, and it was like insanely like high, like maths 95, like English 100. Everything else was like, nothing was below 90. Literally, nothing was below 90 in all of his subjects. And his mom was like, you got mass 95. You're such a disappointment to me. She went off on him, being like, can you, if you, all the things that me and your dad, we do for you, and you pay us back like this, have you even thought of working at your maximum potential, like not even resting for 1 minute a day? If you care about like all our sacrifices that we've done for you, then you would like put in that work and get better grades than this. Like, how are you going to compete with everyone else who's getting 99, 100? And it was like actually insane. And then the poor boy is going like, I'm so sorry, I'll do better and stuff. But like 95, 95 maths. But this is like the reality in Korea, you guys, like, because everyone gets that kind of level of grades, unless you are like the top 0.1%, like, and you want to get into like the good universities. And unfortunately in Korea still, if you want like a good corporate job, getting into the top universities is like, it is crucial. Which is, I don't really, but like the trend kind of these days that I'm seeing in the Korean news as well, like a lot of like the young people like my age, where everyone's like dropping out of big corporations. Everyone wants to start their own businesses. Everyone wants to try their own thing, which I think is like a natural phenomenon. I was talking about this with someone the other day, but like there is a huge generational gap between like people in their 20s in Korea and like people who are like my dad's age, for example. They're so stuck in their old traditional ways, and they think like the best thing for you to have in life is like, you know, for you to get like a good stable job and like work there until you retire, and like, you know, job security and all of that. But like, even if you are like a good company, like there's hardly any job like security for life anymore. You can get fired at any time. So yeah, Korean culture is insane. And for me as well, when I first started doing YouTube 2 years ago, my dad was just like, oh, like he really did not take it seriously. Like he didn't really think that this could be like an actual like job. And he was like, no, you should try to like apply for like office jobs. And I was like, nope, I hate being told what to do. Sorry, I am my own boss. Like one of the, obviously the huge benefits about being a YouTuber is like you create your own schedule. If you fail, it's up to you. And you don't have to answer to anybody. All of the work that you put in is all like your responsibility. And that is one of the huge benefits of like working for yourself. Yeah, I've been talking for an hour. So guys, make sure, let me just put this link. Anything else on our website, shop. We have all sorts of things from like K-pop related BTS things to like skincare. We have fashion. We have like home products and posters. Go check it out. And I think Naked Inside, Danny and David, they're going to be doing it on Thursday this week, not Friday. I think it's changed because David has some other thing going on. So tune in to Naked Inside. And is there anything else I need to tell you? I don't think so. Yeah. What was it? I had something I wanted to say. Can I remember? No, I can't. So it's completely gone now. So check out these products for smooth baby bottom skin. And please tune in next week as well. My Anna show is always going to be on Wednesdays. Jenny's show is on Mondays. So thank you for tuning in. Stay healthy, eat well, exercise well, and have a good week, everybody. Thank you. See you next week. Bye-bye.